Hey guys, welcome back to HermitCraft Season 5. Oh yeah. So last time we were working on the houses over that way. There, you can see them over there. I think that place looks awesome. I think I'm really digging it. Look at it. Look at it. It all just like, God, it all fits so well together. It's so awesome. Sorry. I enjoys it. I enjoys it. But I asked you guys the time before last time when we were working on this about possibly adding an entrance here, and I think you guys seemed to, most of you agreed it would be a good idea. Obviously there were some that were like, no, that's probably not a good idea. But we don't listen to those people. We just don't listen to those people. It's fine. The issue is I would want it here, right? Like right here. But that's not centered on this path. So, I mean, nothing really says we have to center it on the path either. We can have the path come out right here. We don't even need a path to it, but I think we're going to do it anyway. Also today, I think, like, I feel like we're going to do another real talk episode. I really enjoy those. Like, I really enjoy those. And it seems like, for the most part, you guys enjoy it as well. You guys just, it seems like you guys enjoy just, like, hearing what's on my mind without, what was I going to say? Without filter, I guess. I mean, not that I filter what I say. Well, I mean, I do a bit, to an extent, but it's not, like some others' filter. My filter is mostly just like the swearing filter and stuff like that, which I'm not gonna do. I mean, don't take it, don't think I'm gonna start like cussing up and swearing up and down and all over it's not gonna happen. But. Yeah, today I wanted to talk about YouTube, and not the typical YouTube kind of conversation. Today I want to talk about, like, I've been getting a lot of questions, especially during streams and stuff like that, of like how do you get started on YouTube? Like, where do you start? How do you grow an audience? And I mean, I may not be like the best person to answer this, but honestly, like, I came a long way. I mean, all of us have, honestly, but I came from, like, when I joined HermitCraft, I had like 3,000 subscribers, and now I have over 200,000, and most of those came in the last year. Obviously, doing ARC and HermitCraft and stuff like that, that's all helped. One of the main things I want to say is the way, like, don't spam other people's channels. Like, if you come over to my channel, and I don't care if you've been a subscriber for, like, ever since my first video, if you come over to my channel and you post your channel saying, hey guys, check me out, you're gonna get blocked. It's just the way it is. I don't do that to other people, and I don't want other people doing that to me. I think it's incredibly rude. Like, incredibly rude. If that's how you want to earn your audience instead of by just doing the work, because that's not work. That's not doing the work. That's just spamming, advertising on someone's channel that you have no reason to advertise on. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot. Most of the people I've blocked on YouTube, I've blocked because they felt it was a good idea to advertise. And it's just not a good idea. And I'm not the only, the only larger, quote unquote, larger YouTuber that feels that way. So it's just a better idea to not do that. I don't mind the occasional, message saying, hey, can you check out this video? Chances are I can't. It's just, it's one of those things. I have a very, very, very hectic schedule. And so, there's a lot of times I just can't do it. There are times I can do it, and I do. I'll check out the video and, like it sounds like they're talking, like across the room from their mic, and I'll just be like, okay, you sit closer to your mic, stuff like that. But really the best way to grow an audience on YouTube, the more honorable way, which I guess doesn't really matter anymore, is to just do the work. Just put in the work. It will pay off. If you enjoy what you do, chances are someone else will enjoy what you do. I mean, obviously I've got comments from people saying, I don't know how you ever got this big. You suck. And I'm just like, well, I mean, that's your opinion. I mean, obviously other people don't agree. And thankfully other people don't agree because I wouldn't be where I am if they did. It's one of those things. Just don't listen to the people that will, try and put you down, try to make you feel bad for doing something that you want to do. There's always going to be those people. And I would say that 99% of that just stems from jealousy. They're jealous that you have the cojones to do what they don't. You know what I mean? So don't listen, to them. Just do what you do. Make sure you enjoy what you're doing. That's like one of the biggest things I can say is make sure you enjoy it. Don't do this for the money. Don't get into it for the money, because chances are you're not going to make any, at least not for a very long time. Especially with like the way YouTube's going now, anyone I believe under 10,000 subscribers can no longer put ads on their videos. There will be ads, but those will be YouTube placed ads for YouTube to make money on those videos. So don't do this for the money. Don't do this expecting to make money. Do this because this is what you want to do, because it's what you enjoy doing, and you won't know that you enjoy doing it until you actually do it. Put some time in, put some effort, make some videos, get some subscribers. Don't constantly ask, for feedback and, oh my God, can you, tell me what to do better? Don't do that. Don't do that. It's very off-putting, and it'll turn people away. So just don't constantly ask for feedback. Ask for it, just like, okay, I'll use me as an example with this. I wasn't like, I'm like, well, I feel like there should be one, but I don't know if I actually want to put it or not. And I was like, let me, you guys let me know what you think. And then, I'll take your input and put it together with my input, and then we'll decide from there. And I decided that, we're going to do it. And that's the whole point. Like, ask for feedback, but don't constantly beg for feedback. If that makes any sense. I think that makes sense. And on the same subject, kinda. So if you're trying to get into streaming, there's many a stream I stop by. Like, I'll just lurk around streams. And, if it's something that I'm enjoying, then I'll start talking in chat. It's just one of the, you never know who's there. And so if you're going to stream, talk. Like, that's the easiest, talk. Even if you think there is absolutely nobody there. And so you're thinking that, well, there's no reason to talk. There's nobody here. You don't know that. Someone could be there. Twitch isn't always like 100% with the viewer count. So there could absolutely be someone there. And I'm not saying that, it's a big deal for me to be in someone's chat. I'm just saying, like, I've seen other big streamers, be like, man, I stopped by the stream, it was like the gameplay was good, but the dude just wasn't talking, or, the girl just wasn't talking. And that will make us leave, and if you're talking and we're enjoying it, chances are, we'll tweet about it, which gets you exposure, right? And so that's like the biggest thing. You have to talk, even if it's about just nonsense. You're just talking about, like just talk about what you're doing. Talk about what you enjoy doing. Just talk about just nonsense. I would say avoid politics, avoid religion, avoid, all that kind of stuff. There are people that will want to hear that, but for the most part, people that will like turn people away. And that's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to get people to come in and stay. And so, yeah, just avoid those touchy kind of subjects, because it will. I mean, it's pretty bad. So it always turns into you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm right. It turns into a big argument, and that's not what you want during a stream. So yeah, I mean, that's like the biggest tip I can give for streaming is talk, say words. If you're not saying words, chances are people will come and go. Probably faster than they showed up. Like, they'll show up and then you're not talking. They'll sit there for 30 seconds. And if you're not saying words, chances are they're going to leave. That's what I do. Like, if you don't talk within like the first 30 seconds I get there, then I'm going to leave. It's just the way it is. I mean, it may seem rude, but like, you're there to like entertain, basically. Not even basically, like that is the whole idea, is that you are trying to entertain people, and sitting there silently is not entertaining. It's not. I can understand, being a bit silent if it's a game, like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I play that a lot. I stream that a lot. And there's times I won't say words for, like a minute or two. But that's just because that game requires so much concentration, like so much. So I would say maybe it's a very fine line, I feel. Like, I've already built an audience, and so I can kind of get away with not talking for a minute because, people will show up and see that chat's active, and they'll be like, oh, okay. So, I'll hang out for a minute and see what's going on. And then, my chat will tell people, hey, this game takes a lot of concentration. He's not ignoring chat. He's just not able to read it right now. And then, I will, read chat when I can. And so that's the whole thing. Like, just don't be a bother to the larger channels. And I'm not saying just me. I'm not saying I have some massive, huge influence over anything. All I'm saying is I know for a fact, talking to other large, I'm just going to drop those in there. Talking to other large YouTubers, that they as well hate it. They hate it when people advertise on their channel. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Ever. Like, ever. Like, even if even if you put like years into a video and you were just so super proud of it, chances are you're going to post it on somebody's, channel, and they're going to block you, and no one will ever see that comment. And most channels, well, like most YouTube channels, they will have their spam set up, their spam filter. And so your comment with a link will go to spam anyway. So just like, do not spam other YouTubers. Just don't do it. I don't care how big they are, how small they are. Just don't do it. That is not how you earn an audience. Oh man, what are the freaking odds? What are freaking? I don't know. I don't even know why I came up here for a purpose, and I no longer know what that purpose is. Dang it. So yeah, again, like going back to what I was saying earlier. Make sure you enjoy what you're doing. If it's a game that you're not enjoying, the people will know. Like, they'll know. They know. Trust me. Trust me. They know. And they will call you out on it. Well, some will. Some will just be like they'll just stop watching. They'll just be like, okay, well, I mean, he's obviously not enjoying himself, or she's not enjoying herself. I'm just going to stop watching. And they'll do just that. They'll stop watching. And that's not what you want, obviously. To make it on YouTube, you have to have people watching, whether, that, like, that is the thing. And be open to feedback as long as it's constructive. If someone comes in and on your channel and they're just like, you suck, don't listen to them. Who cares? That person, that comment means nothing. That means less than nothing. That person is just a hater. That's where that phrase comes. Like, they're just hating on you. They just want you to feel bad because they feel bad. So don't listen to them. You don't suck. You don't. You may think you suck, but I mean, if there's people watching, you're doing something. Like, you're doing something right. That's what this is all about, is getting people to watch. So just believe in yourself, believe in your content, and don't listen to just the rant. If someone's like, hey, I enjoyed the video, but maybe you should, talk a little closer to your mic, or, something like that. That's constructive feedback, and something you can, actually like see and go, oh, okay. So maybe I am talking a little far away from my mic. Maybe I'll move closer. And that's constructive. That's like, okay, thank you. I wasn't realizing that, and now I do. And thank you. And feel free to, thank those people. Just be like, thanks for, pointing that out. I wasn't even thinking about it. That's awesome. And then, with the ones that are like, you suck, just ignore them. Don't even, well, I mean, it would be kind of hypocritical for me to say don't respond to them, because I do. They're like, you suck. And then I'll say something wise, some smart ass comment and then I generally block them. I'll say something and then block them. So they'll get that I replied to them, but they can't then in turn reply back. So I think that angers them. I've had people make new accounts and, oh my God, you blocked me. I'm like, yeah, I did. And then I'll block them again. And it's people, again, they will just want you to feel bad because they feel bad. And don't buy into it. Just don't let them do it. You do what you do. If you're enjoying it, who cares what other people, those few people think? And most of the time, people won't leave comments. They won't leave a comment at all. And they also, a lot of people don't like a video. They won't leave a like. That doesn't mean they didn't like it. They just didn't leave a like. And I don't know, why that's a thing. If I'm watching a video and I enjoy it, I click a like button. I don't get to watch videos very often. But when I do, if I enjoy it, I'll like. If I end up watching the entire video, I'll just be, oh, wow, okay, yeah, and I'll realize, wow, I just watched this entire video. I'll click a like button. That's why a lot of YouTubers have been like reminding people. I don't know why my voice broke right there. Have been reminding people, go ahead and leave a like. It does help, because it does. It really does. It doesn't just help oh, wait. No, I think the band of cobble we were leaving is down there. It's not just about exposure. It's not just about getting their name out there. It's not just about that kind of stuff. It's about showing, that creator that you enjoy what they're doing, which gives them, a confidence boost, which helps them realize that, hey, maybe this is something I should keep doing. And so no matter what size the content creator is, if they've got one subscriber and you are their only subscriber, click a like button. Like, seriously, just show some love. A lot of work generally goes into being a YouTuber. A lot of it you will never see because that's the whole point. Like, you're not supposed to see it. It happens, and we do it. And most of the time, you will never, ever know like how much work actually goes into some videos. Some YouTubers will tell you exactly how much work went into that video. They're like, oh man, I spent 27 hours editing this video, which, I mean, that's fine. That's okay. There's videos I spent tons of hours editing. Namely oh God, why did I'm trying to run. namely the Minecraft's Most Wanted that I used to do. Those took for bloody ever to edit. Like, they took forever. Like, those were so much editing. It's ridiculous. But it was fun while it lasted. But it's one of those things where it got to the point, and this goes back to what I was saying about don't bug other YouTubers. Like, even now, playing on the same server as, some YouTubers, I still don't want to, like, constantly bug them because it does get annoying and they don't like it. They don't like it. It's not that I'm trying to advertise or anything like that. It's just that, they're busy, I'm busy, getting times together is near impossible. And so they just don't bug people. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Just don't bug people. Again, and it comes back to not just big YouTubers, it's small YouTubers. Like, don't bug people. Leave constructive comments. Leave good comments. Like, just popping onto a video going first and then closing the video. Who cares? Even if you are first, which chances are, there's only ever one person that's first. One. And chances are it's not you. So just leave it. There's nothing, you don't get a reward for being first. All you get is people, like, not caring. It's all you get. You care, but nobody else does. Nobody. Like, it's just, I never understood the whole point of first. It doesn't make sense to me as, why people do that. So, I've never done that. I've done it on my own videos back when YouTube used to allow us to comment on our videos before they released, which I don't know why they stopped doing that. But, that's out of my control. I wish they would go back to allowing us to comment on our own videos before they release, because, you could put pertinent information in, the comments, and instead of, the description that nobody reads. There's so much information in descriptions. And I'm not saying, like, if you're trying to be a YouTuber, don't use descriptions, because you absolutely have to use descriptions. Put a decent summary of what's in the video in the description. Don't explain everything, because then I think that will eventually, like that'll lead to people going, oh, well, he just spoiled the entire video. So don't do that. Just put a decent summary. Like for this video, I'll probably put, we do some work on the garden gazebo area, and we talk about, how, best ways to, grow an audience and, stuff like that. Obviously, again, like I've said, I may not be the best person to ask, because I have very different views about things than some people. And I know I know large YouTubers, and by large, I mean like 200K plus, that still, to this day, even being 200K plus, still advertise on other people's channels. And it is, especially when you're that, like, it's a scumbag thing to do. Just, getting that out of the way. That's a scumbag thing to do. But when you're that big and you still do it, that's like a whole new level of scumbaggery. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, like, that's you become like the ultimate scumbag. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I cannot fathom why. Well, I know why they do it, because they think, oh, this person's got a bigger audience, or, I want this audience over watching me. Make the content, and maybe those people will come. And if they don't, then maybe they just don't like your content. That's the way it is. Not everyone's going to enjoy what you do, and not everyone's going to continuously watch what you do. There is this thing known as dead subscribers. They just stop watching. And it's not necessarily that they stopped enjoying. Maybe, life changed, they moved, they moved on to, whatever game you're playing, they're just not watching anymore. They're just not interested in it. It happens. It's not something you need to freak out about. There is not a single channel on YouTube anywhere, no channel has 100% active subscribers. None. It is absolutely impossible. It just doesn't happen. It will never happen. So, you know, if you have 10 subscribers and you get 4 views, you're doing okay. I mean, you're working. That's basically how it works. Obviously there are channels that, you know, they have, say, I've seen it, like 10,000 subscribers, but they get like 30,000 plus views per video. That doesn't mean they have 100% active subscribers. They still only have, I would guess, about 50% on a good day active subscribers. But that's the way it goes. People will subscribe and then never watch another thing you do. I don't understand why. Like, why they do that. If you're not going to watch, don't subscribe. Like, that's just that's what makes sense to me. I'm not subscribed to anyone that I don't ever watch. Like, if I'll go through every once in a while, oh, well, I haven't watched this person in a while. And then I'll unsubscribe. Being, you know, having, you know, giving that number to that person doesn't really help. It's like a false sense of accomplishment, I guess. You know, they're like, oh man, I've got, I knew channels when I was coming up, that I had maybe a 20th of their subscribers, and I was getting more views. I mean, that's pretty bad. You know, I was a very small channel, and there's channels that are much smaller than me getting double, you know, my views, which, I mean, that's the way it is. Like, it's just, it happens. My views fluctuate. Everyone's views fluctuate. What am I looking for? Carpet. That's what I'm looking for. It's in here somewhere. What sucks about this, this is the overflow stuff, and there's not really enough of one particular thing, of like any particular thing, to make like an entire chest dedicated to that thing. And so it all just kind of ends up mixed in. I mean, that's the way it happens. Right, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, we'll just come up through here. So yeah, you know, like, hopefully some of this info, I've been kind of all over the place. Hopefully it helps one of you, two of you, you know, if it even helps one of you, I feel like I've done well. Just helping, you know, any way I can. I love helping people. Like, if I can give just the tiniest bit of advice, you know, and someone's like, oh, you know, I never even thought about that. That's awesome. And just take what I said to heart about not advertising on other people's channels. I've never done it once. Not even once. Not even when, like, it was like the okay thing to, the quote unquote okay thing to do. I still didn't do it. A lot of people did. And then it obviously became taboo. Just don't do it. I still didn't do it, and I never will. You know, I feel like if you're gonna get a shout out or be mentioned by someone, you have to earn it. And that's why when people like join my stream, like, hey, can I get a shout out? I'm like, no. Or I'll say, what did you do? Like, what did you do? Why am I shouting you out? And then, you know, most of the time there's, oh, because I just want to shout out. I'm like, that's not how it works, my friend. It's just not how it works. You got to do the work. Do the work. Earn it. You know? All the shout outs I ever got coming up, I earned. I mean, obviously it was a bit easier then because like video replies were a thing and, you know, all of that. And that's where a lot of my shout, that's how the Hermits know who I am. Is because I was, or knew who I was, is because those videos, like the video responses. Not to mention Minecraft's Most Wanted, because I would contact them and they would watch them, you know, and they would comment on them, they would like them, they would share them, you know, but I put in the work and earned that accolade. So that's if you take nothing else away from anything I've said today, take this one thing with you. Do the work. Just do the work. That's all. I mean, that's It's just do the work. Don't expect something for nothing. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing these days, trying to, make a YouTube channel or, a Twitch channel. They're just like, well, I've done a 3-hour stream and I only got 1 follower. What the crap? I'm done. This is so stupid. I'm never going to get anywhere. And I've seen a lot of people that I came up with that for some reason just assumed that they would have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and it doesn't work that way. A lot of the time you have to get lucky. Like it's almost pure luck. Like it's just because you make videos doesn't mean hundreds of thousands or millions of people are going to watch them. Count your blessings if anyone watches them. But don't let that discourage you. Keep doing what you do. Try to come up with something original. Try to come up with something that, that is yours. That was, the Minecraft's Most Wanted for me. That was mine. Nobody else did that at all. And I've seen people do things similar since. And by similar, I mean pretty much the exact same thing. It was like, these people are committing crimes in Minecraft, and I'm going to call them out. Completely original. It's not. It's not at all. It's not at all original. It's very, very hard to be original, like in a game like Minecraft. Pretty much anything you've done, someone else has done before. So it's just, but don't let that discourage you. I mean, I was trying to, build you guys up, and then here I feel like I'm like knocking you down again. I'm not trying to. If you enjoy what you do, chances are someone else will enjoy it. That's what I'm trying to say. Just enjoy what you do. Don't think about the money, trying to make money. Don't think about trying to, be the next PewDiePie or the next Captain Sparkles or, the next Syndicate. Don't aspire to be someone else. Be you. That's the best you can be. Be you. Do what you do. And forget what, that random comment is, you suck, says. Because you don't. As long as you're being you, you're doing freaking fantastic. That's what, I mean, that's about the best thing I could say. I am me. People can, take it or leave it. I'm perfectly happy with who I am. And that's all I can be. So, be you. But that's going to do it for today. 33 minutes into this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you all next time.